You'll receive an email notification each time an employee submits a timesheet change request to you for approval. The email notification will look like the example here. It will note who it's from, a brief description of what it's for, such as an add punch in or add punch out, the date that they're requesting it for, and then a comment from the employee. To approve a request from an email, click the login link, which will take you to your Kronos to-do items.
The link in the email won't take you to the specific request, but rather to your Kronos My To-Do items, which will display all of your employees' unapproved requests, as well as any unapproved timesheets. There may be more than one page of notifications, such as in this example. If so, and the timesheet request you wish to approve is not listed on the first page, click the right-facing arrow below My To-Do items to scroll through the pages until you locate the request you wish to approve or reject. You can click the left-facing arrow to go back. Once you locate the timesheet change request you wish to approve or reject, select it by clicking the timesheet change request box or by clicking the checkbox next to the timesheet change request. You can see more of the details of the request by scrolling down the timesheet change request. We can see that the request was for an add punch in for 8 a.m. on November 4th, 2024. If you wanted to see that day's entries, you can scroll back up and click Open Timesheet, and then scroll down to the date for the request, in this case, Monday, November 4th. And here I can see that there indeed is a missed punch for that day. Click the back arrow to go back to your My To-Do items, and then click Approve.
Another example of a request. So in this request, Jack Valance has submitted a modified cost center. If I scroll down, I can see that this is to change the lunch break from 30 minutes to 0 minutes. In effect, canceling his lunch. And to see the comment for that, I just click comment field and I see his comment that he worked through lunch. In this case, I had previously said that was okay. So I click approve, you click approve again, and now that has canceled his lunch break. So that's how you can go through these different timesheet change requests and time off requests and either approve or reject them. If you supervise a number of employees, you may receive a number of these emails noting timesheet change requests. Some approvers choose to check their Kronos My To-Do items every day or two, rather than just clicking each link every time they receive an email. And you can do this by logging into Kronos and clicking the bell icon, and that takes you to the same place that that link in the email does. So here you can go in and check if there are any requests, and then either approve or reject those. In addition to doing that, there is another option for how you can approve outstanding timesheet change requests. And you can do that by clicking the Manager Self-Service area and then scroll down just a little bit until you see Pending Timesheet Change Requests. Then click the words Pending Timesheet Change Requests, and it's very important that you actually click the words in order to see the Approve and Reject buttons come up. The advantage of this report is you can approve or reject multiple requests simultaneously. You can do that by checking multiple boxes and then clicking Approve or Reject. Of course, you can only take one action, approve or reject, for a selected group of requests. So in this example, I looked through these requests and I want to approve 2 of those. I can just click the boxes next to those, select Approve, and then click Approve again, and both of those are approved simultaneously. Sometimes when you try to approve a request, you may receive an error message. We're going to look at some possible error messages you might receive. This one, I click Approve, and I get this message: could not punch out in less than 3 minutes from previous punch. What does that mean? Jenny Ramcharan here has made a request for a punch out at 4:30 p.m. on 10:30. I click the pencil icon to open up her timesheet and look at 10:30. I see that she already has a punch out at 4:29 p.m. So the system is not going to let an approver approve this request because it would result in a duplicate punch. So in this circumstance, you would want to select the request and then click Reject and note Duplicate Request. And it's a duplicate even if it's 1 or 2 minutes off from the original request, because Kronos views any request within that time frame as a duplicate. Sometimes there are other reasons you need to reject a request, even if Kronos would allow the request. Reject timesheet change requests if an employee is trying to request time off using an add time entry request or add punch request. An example is shown here. The employee is trying to request an add time entry, and they note sick today, use personal illness. If you as the approver approve this request, the employee would get credit for working that day, and no time off would be deducted from their accrual balances. In other words, they would incorrectly update their timesheet. So that's why you would want to reject any pending timesheet change requests in which the employee tries to request time off. Instead, they should request time off using a Kronos time off request. Another reason to reject a timesheet change request is if an employee didn't enter a valid request comment for an add punch request. An add punch request is shown below here under action type, and it can be either for an add punch in or an add punch out. An employee is supposed to enter the reason for an add punch request in the comment field. It can be a simple comment, but it's supposed to reflect the reason for why they're making the request. For example, forgot to punch, forgot card, or some other reason for why they're making this request instead of using the Kronos clocks. Some employees have entered a period, NA, or some other non-reason in the comment field, and these are actual requests here. So reject any such requests for add punches, and note in the rejection comment, enter reason for request in the comment field. Another reason to reject a request is if an employee submitted a punch request with AM or PM noted incorrectly. And we'll look at an example in the following video clip for how to deal with that situation. So in this example, the employee Jenny Ramcharan has made a request for the date of 10/28 for an add punch out of 4:30 a.m. Based on your knowledge of Jenny's work schedule, you know that she doesn't typically work at 4:30 a.m. Click the pencil icon to open up her timesheet. You see that she was probably meaning to put in a PM instead of an AM. So in this case, select it, click reject. And now you've cleared out all your pending timesheet change requests.